Plug and Play is a global open innovation platform connecting large corporations with the best tech startups out there. But what does actually open innovation mean? How can it be defined? Well, back in the 1990s, a famous Berkeley professor, Henry Chesbrough, coined the term open innovation in his book. Before open innovation has become a common jargon in the business world, many companies were actually investing large sums into internal research and development centers to come up with groundbreaking new innovations. Some examples of these companies can be, for example, HP with their HP Labs, or GE Labs, or Xerox's Palo Alto Research Center. This approach is commonly called closed innovation, and it is characterized by vertical integration, internal R&D, and the companies are usually relying on their own resources, on their own equipment, tools, manufacturing, talent, skills, and so on. They assume that the talent outside and the knowledge outside is relatively poor in comparison to what they already have internally. We can particularly take a look at the example of Xerox's Palo Alto Research Center, which is also known under the abbreviation of PARC, where they had many experts in many fields working on new projects, new ideas, new innovation initiatives in-house and developing completely new products and services internally. However, what did happen with those ideas? Many of them ended up being on the shelf and never making it outside of the company. Although this approach, the closed innovation approach, have worked very well in the past century, from the 20s up until to the 80s, many companies have seen a lot of opportunities in the 90s in the unlimited talent that you can access outside of your firm, and also in the newest technologies that started to arise, especially in the area of Silicon Valley in the United States, exactly at that time. That's also when the concept of open innovation started to crystallize. So, how can we actually define the term open innovation? Well, you can imagine a simple innovation funnel, and normally in the terms of closed innovation, you would have innovation projects inside of the funnel with all the internal resources, R&D, and everything kept inside of the company. But with the open innovation funnel, you can imagine it as if the walls of the company and of the funnel have holes, and through these holes, external parties can bring in the company new knowledge, new skills, new talent, and also vice versa. So the firm itself can also share their know-how and their expertise and resources with the outside world, creating a win-win situation. All in all, open innovation can be defined as a paradigm that assumes that firms should take advantage of internal as well as external ideas and internal as well as external paths to market as they look to advance their technology. There are many great examples of this paradigm coming into fruition. A lot of companies in the late 1990s started to explore the possibilities and opportunities outside of their firm's boundaries. We can mention, for example, Lucent, the spin-off venture of the telecommunications giant AT&T, or its competitor Cisco. And that's when the corporate world really started to transform. Already back then, many corporations realized that startups are the new challengers in their industry and can disrupt their current business. Later on, also large companies in the non-technology sector, such as Procter Gamble, saw an opportunity in collaboration with external parties such as startups. More than 20 years later, and also according to the recent studies, approximately 80% of the companies engage in some sort of open innovation initiatives. Usually it is the outside-in open innovation approach, which means that they are open to external ideas and external partners, bringing them inside and working on new innovation projects and initiatives together. So the facts actually speak for themselves. If you haven't engaged in any kind of open innovation activity yet, now is definitely the right time to do so.